That's right.
See?
Seventh inning stretch.
I told you we had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So now we get into kind of some more fun stuff here, and this is where you're really going into our personalized productivity and multimedia. So as you can see, real stylish, slick-looking device, full 3-inch touchscreen. It's got nice sliders, so you get a full QWERTY keypad.
Yep.
Now the other nice things about this device, and I'll kind of go through kind of the physical design before I get into the actual features of it, is on the side here you've got an optical joystick, on which I can scroll up and down, left and right. So it makes it really easy. So when I'm surfing kind of internet sites, all I have to do with one hand to scroll up and down, rather than doing this, you know, where you kind of need two hands to scroll through things, you can just use one and scroll through things really quickly. Even when it's closed, you can scroll through all your emails and everything really simply. So that's kind of the design perspective. On the back, you've got a 3.2 megapixel camera. Again, really high-end features what we're looking at from a device like this. But what really sets this device apart from everything else that's out there is the personalization capabilities. You know, as you can see, it's a Windows Mobile device. But we know Windows Mobile, with that experience, some people want to try something else. They want to be able to, you know, customize the way it looks, the way it interacts. And this is where you can actually personalize it. So if I'm actually looking at the device here, this is the standard Microsoft Today screen. But you know what? That's not necessarily what I want. I want to try something else. And this is where all you have to do is touch this panel button in the bottom left corner, and you now get this screen of 9 actual panels you can choose from. Makes it really easy, and what you can do with these panels is you can define your experience. I can go from, you know, I want to go into a business type of application. So if I'm in a business environment and I want to manage kind of my day, that kind of stuff, you've got this ability with an SPB panel, which we have here, which allows you to do some fun things. So you can, you know, it's got some great animations built into it. You know, you can scroll through, manage, you know, your contacts, all that kind of fun stuff, and take a look at, you know, the key functions. One of the things with Windows is you have to go through a few steps to get to, let's say, turn on your Bluetooth. With this device, you make it really simple by, if I just hit my tools, for example, I get some quick shortcuts. If I go back out and I go into settings, I can quickly turn on my Bluetooth or my Wi-Fi or something like this. And this learns from your usage as well and puts in key information there. Now that's more of the business side of things. But you know what? I don't live a business life all the time. As you see, there's a lot more blending between kind of business and personal. So, you know, when I'm done work, you know, 5 o'clock every day. Sure, I wish that was the case. You know, I want to, I know, eh? You want to go into something else. So I want to go into Facebook. So now I go into the Facebook application, and guess what? Now you have a totally different experience, where now I can go right from business with one click right into a social networking application. I can go from, you know, my Facebook, now I want to go into multimedia. So now when I go into multimedia, and as you were asking this before, and you'll actually see this on all our devices if we went around to play with it, but I thought I'd show it to you here, is we've actually worked with Sony from a UI perspective to do some really cool development and say, okay, what do you guys do well? Well, you own one of the best interfaces out there. On the PlayStation 3, on the PSP, we want to create some consistency. You're even starting to see this in Bravia and in cameras and stuff. Well, the nice thing is now you've got this great UI, which is exactly like you would experience on those devices. So if I want to go into movies, for example, I click on videos. I've got all these different videos here, so I'm going to click on the videos that I have, and I'm going to show you the Bond trailer. Now the nice thing about this is you can actually have DVD quality playback on your actual screen. So, you know, have a great screen here, 3 inches, you get great sound quality. It's got stereo Bluetooth built into it as well versus some of the other devices that are out there. So now you're able to even listen to your music and watch this from afar.
It's a great quality screen.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right?
Check that out.
So,
Cool.
Great experience, right? And you even touch it, makes it really simple to kind of get in and out from the user experience. Then you go back into the panel that you're looking at, right? So from a panel perspective, now you've got this personalization, you can go into the multimedia. The other cool thing about it is, again, it's going to be the only device on Rogers that's got QWERTY and touch. People love the touch screen. They love the fact that it's QWERTY. Now, I want to be able to do both, right? And that's kind of a critical part of this device being, you know, functionality-wise. And now, I'll show you one of the last things on it is the actual camera from a functionality perspective. Touch my camera. Nice thing about this is the fact that it's got touch focus. So I can touch different parts of my screen, and it will focus on wherever I'm touching. And again, this is taking advantage of the fact that now we have this Sony experience, and again, leveraging that kind of quality and whatnot in the actual device. So quickly, take a picture of John, touch where he is, and then go from there. So make it really simple and easy. Now, sorry.
Can you get emails on these devices?
Yeah. So, and that's kind of the...
All of them?
On all of them, you have push email capabilities
Okay.
because we work with Microsoft Exchange. But the cool thing is because this device is actually a Microsoft backbone, you can go in and you can actually get push email built right into the actual device. So you get emails delivered to you, you get your calendar, your tasks, your contacts, all that kind of fun stuff.
So again, the panels interface acts as that level of customization where it overlays the Windows mobile experience, which is very familiar and positive for a lot of people, but it gives you a chance, like just to what Farhad was saying, when I'm at work I have one panel, when I go home I flip on the Google panel, right? So I can have better, easier access to Gmail. Doesn't mean I can't access all the Windows mobile stuff, but the interface changed depending on what mode I'm in. And that's the neat thing about it. And it's also open source, so it's the sort of thing where we're constantly adding new panels all the time. So we just did a CNN one and a few others.
Yeah, we've got Skype on there, we've got Facebook, we've got a lot of ones that we've announced
So you can
globally.
Skype on this too. That's pretty crazy.
That's
So,
big.
so there's a bunch of really cool applications that you can use on the device itself.
Cool.
So,
It's heavy too.
and the last thing about this device, which is actually really cool, and this is more kind of for that business professional, but it's got this great service thing. So if your device ever breaks down when you're outside of Canada, let's say you travel to Europe, you travel to the States, your device breaks down, they'll actually send you a new one as an advanced exchange. So, it takes that level of experience, and we wanted to create this whole, elevation of a whole handset. So it's not just about the design, it's not just about the personalization, but it's about making sure that it's the best that you can get in anything, even in service. So we even went so far as saying, well, we'll back up the product, so if it doesn't power up, we'll send you an advanced exchange. So, we've thought about a lot of cool things on this device. So, kind of putting it all together now, we're going into a lot more of an entertainment message, right? So you go in and we say, well, all three of these are leading each of their categories. So you got the best camera phone, you've got the best audio experience with that social media tie-in as well. And this one's all about personalization, productivity. And so, being able to tell this is really cool. To be able to come out and be able to say that we're leading when we're launching 3 handsets, all within such a short span of time.
Wow. Cool.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.